Hello, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're looking at chapter 193 of Nanatsu No Taizai, The 7 Deadly Sins. An interesting chapter indeed. This is the third video of the day. Yes, I'm being productive and I'm trying my best to get these out as soon as possible, so thank you very much for your patience. So without further ado, let's get into this interesting review. There's some interesting points. I want to discuss all these and help maybe uncover potential plot points for the future. Let's get into it. So point number 1. The plan for Purge not working was basically to kill Dreyfus. Fraudrin, kill the body. And this really kind of catches Hedrickson by surprise, which made me think at the time reading it that maybe there's a darker side to Zaratros that we don't know of. However, in this situation, Fraudrin tries to take advantage and we get to see a Thunder God move. And when I saw that, the first thing that came to mind was Yondaime. Yes, I thought of Minato from Naruto. I thought that's a brilliant move. I can only imagine how devastating, how powerful he was when he was alive compared to normal humans. I can imagine he's kind of failing in comparison to one of the commandments, but for a human, he's pretty strong. But yeah, we get to see the Flying Thunder God, point number 1. So, point number 2. Hawk finally does something constructive. About damn time. Took him about 193 chapters, but yo, he did it. That was the most important thing. So randomly he ends up in the battlefield and he's on the floor and Fraudrin picks him up like, what the hell is this? Perfect distraction for Zaratros to get behind him. And it was very Dragon Ball Z-esque. It was reminding me of the whole Goku Raditz situation when Piccolo was going to shoot him, and then the Cyberman Yamcha situation as well, and you know, when the Cyberman was attacking the Z-Fighters. It was very reminiscent of that kind of story plot point, and he basically gives his life for like the ultimate purge to get Fraudrin out of Dreyfus's body. So it got me thinking, although this helps the good guys, what was the purpose of the 10 commandments bringing him back? I'm sure they must have had a sinister plan. What was that? It was interesting, I can't think of that. But hey, it backfired on him. It worked to the good guys' advantage. Point number 2. Point number 3. We finally get to see the real form of Fraudrin. And again, it was one of those reminiscent things of Dragon Ball. I don't know if he's a fan of Dragon Ball or something, but it reminded me of that character that's basically on the ship with Bibidi, the one that Goku fights in that area that absorbs energy. It reminded me of him. Now I know previously we had this whole flashback scenario and we got to see like kind of an outline of him when he was defeated by Meliodas way back when, and then obviously at that point with the whole Dreyfus thing he kind of went into Dreyfus, but that whole thing we finally get to see his full form, and he made the point that I can easily go back into Dreyfus when I want. You know, this is not a big deal, it's a waste of time. Hedrickson tries to intervene, but he gets impaled. But he makes a very good point, which I'm going to discuss on point number 4. So point number 4 was interesting because of what Hedrickson said. He basically made the point that, look, all this time, one of the reasons why you exhibited a body was to consume power, get strong enough again to have your revenge on Meliodas. With Meliodas dead, according to them, what would be the point? And it's a very interesting point. Now the fact that they brought it up leads me to believe there may be a sensation or a situation of a deja vu, where there's the returning Meliodas and he basically deals with him again worse than he did last time. So here's a few things that kind of played out in my mind. I was thinking that with Hedrickson not knowing he's alive, but Dreyfus Fraudrin I should say, not really acknowledging the fact that he's alive either, leads me to believe that these events may not be happening like one after another. They could be happening like the timelines might not be exactly muddled up. It might be one of those situations while this is happening. I'm thinking the Meliodas thing happened in between. So I think what happened was we had the situation with Escanor and Esterosa. We had this situation with Merlin, and then Meliodas happened somewhere in between, and that's why they're probably not completely aware of his being alive. So I'm guessing that this hasn't quite caught up with them yet. So there's a good chance that if Hedrickson gets dealt with, he does have a bit of help, which I'll mention in point number 5, that Meliodas may return. But that's point number 4. Point number 5. So Dreyfus's son turns up, the miniature version that he is, and basically this is the distraction, as effectively Fraudrin sees this and he's like, what's he doing here? And before he realizes, he gets shot through the chest by none other than Dreyfus. And basically like, how can I receive this damage? And it's the whole thing about being pure and stuff like that. And then he does this one final attack, the piercing jail-breaking blade, which sounds epic, looked epic, hit him straight on. Is this the end of Fraudrin? Now, with the title being A Cruel Hope, there's a good chance that isn't the case. But what I'm guessing is they'll fight, struggle, and then someone will come in to help them. So here's the thing why I think that's going to be the case. If you look at power scaling, although it's never always the most accurate considering how the world of magic works, because it's all about purity and its efficiency and difference of magics and being creative and all this other stuff. But when you look at it from the point of view of how they've powered up their characters, these humans, these knights, Dreyfus, Hedrickson, even Zaratros, they were in the 2,000, 3,000, 3,500 range. Fraudrin is meant to be 32,500 or thereabouts, which makes him at least between 9 and 12 times more powerful. Now, his setup of where he allocates his strength points, whether it is magic, strength, or something else, would ultimately not be consistent to say, yeah, exactly going to be, he's going to be exactly that strong. But there is a big difference in power, which leads me to believe he's going to come back and they're going to need some help, which is where I think the whole deja vu situation with Meliodas is going to happen. But in any case, those are by my 5 points. A quick summary, a quick review, a quick few thoughts here and there, what I think is going to happen next. Hope you enjoyed the chapter, hope you enjoyed the explosive ending and the reminiscent elements from other anime that this made me think about. Let me know what you thought of the chapter in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts, suggestions, anything that can help. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. Share it with any friends that you feel that will have value from this, and it'll supplement any of the videos that you watch. And as always, have an awesome day. Peace.